So you back with another video, man. Today we got y'all boys with the best guard animations in NBA 2K26, man. We're gonna be talking about everything you need and more when it comes to dunks, layups, dribble, jump shots. We're gonna be talking about everything. Now, do you want more videos like this? Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe. We're not gonna waste your time. We got a lot to talk about. Let's go ahead and hop straight into it. Alright, so starting off, we're going to be talking about the best guard jump shots in the game. Now, we got 5 jump shots for guards that we're going to be talking about. Swings probably going to have the most in terms of any category, but guards is not really nothing extra to talk about. There's a lot of jump shots I could talk about. I just think swings in terms of the different types of builds that kind of goes into that like set of heights is going to have more to talk about. Guards, for the most part, you just really run it with the bases that you really want. So let's get to it. Best base in the game right now, in my opinion, is Quentin Grimes. That's just what I'm rocking with right now. It's a couple other solid ones. You can still throw on the old ones from last year. If you start at 4, you can get Patty Mills. But for right now, Quentin Grimes, that's the best base in the game for me. Now, releases I'm going to probably have on every single one of these is John Wall, Stephen Curry, 60-25. I am using release and max release speed. I'm going to go max release speed on no matter what build I'm on, whether it's guards, a swing, or big. It does not really matter. But yeah, that's jump shot 1. Now, jump shot 2, Cam Thomas. If you played last year, you know Cam Thomas. This game pretty much got the same jump shots. So you can run with Cam Thomas, John Wall, Steph Curry. Now, with me using release speed, these are the releases I do use. If I did use set point, if I did use push, I would probably go Luka, Curry. But since I am using release speed or release visual cue, I want my jump shot and releases to be as fast as possible. When I'm using set point, I'm using certain releases to make sure that combination is perfect. So if you remember my Luka Curry combination I was doing last year, you can do that again this year, 60-40. But I'm not doing set point or push. So I'm not using Luka release because it is slower than John Wall. So I do John Wall, Stephen Curry, very quick, 65-35, and that is the second jump shot for guards. Now next, Landry Shamet. Now Landry Shamet is a base I was using last year on guards that was very, very underrated. It's good again this year. It may even be the best one, to be real. John Wall, Stephen Curry, very quick, 35-65. You got the C height, you got the A+ defensive immunity, you got the A+. All those attributes don't really matter because I think a lot of people don't really even know what it does. I think some people even think time and stability is just how big your green window is. No, that's like when your green window, or not green window, your timing's changing and stuff like that. That's why it says stability. But let's keep it moving. Then we have Now I ain't gonna lie, I don't even know why I even called this but John Wall base is back in the game. I don't know if y'all remember in the previous 2Ks, John Wall used to be a base in the game pretty much every year, and he's back this year. I think they just added him back into the game because he retired or something like that. But I guess they got his rights since he retired. But John Wall, Curry, very quick, 65-35, B- height, A+ release speed, A+ defensive immunity. Like I said, the attributes don't matter too much, especially if you don't know what they really do. So let's just keep it moving. Now, last but not least, but this, I ain't gonna lie, Curry is low-key too fast for me. So I'm gonna say this first and foremost. If you really want probably the best green window jump shot in the game, probably Steph Curry got it. That joint just too fast for me. That joint, like, even on release, that joint is too fast. That joint is genuinely too fast. So maybe I should lower the release speed, but I think when you start doing stuff like that, you kind of start trolling the jump shot. So yeah, you low-key could go Curry. I ain't even got this even started. But yeah, for me, it's just too fast. But last but not least, the T-Mac. You can go Trey Burke or Allen Iverson, but with the releases I did go, Trey Burke supposedly has a bigger green window, but Allen Iverson is just the more popular one, so I did go with Allen Iverson. I do personally rather Trey Burke on this game. I'm not really a big T-Mac person anyway, though, so I'm just throwing this in here for the people that do love T-Mac. So if you do want T-Mac on your guard, here you go. But you also could go Curry. Curry is another really good one, but this one is so fast, I just don't even waste my time even trying to use it. Simple as that. But yeah, John Wall, Curry, very quick, 65-35, blended more so to Curry every single time, and I do always do release speed. That's what I'm rocking with right now for the fades, especially, bro, I'm not gonna lie, most of this jump shot stuff, especially if you're a small guard, you gotta be able to fade, and release visual cue is the best one for me when it turns to fades, personally. All right, so when it comes to the best go-to shots in NBA 2K26, when it comes to guards, in my opinion, the best ones in the game, you got a couple that you can really work with when it comes to the Suggs. You got the Ja, you got the Darius Garland. I would personally probably have to recommend mostly the Ja, especially if you're a dribbler. If you're trying to shoot off of it, I would probably say Darius Garland, Jalen Suggs. CJ McCollum is also very, very good. But for the most part, those are the three I probably would recommend the most in terms of how you want to play, whether you want to shoot off of it or whether you want to use it as a combo, speed boost, whatever you want to do with it. Next, we got the best dribble pull-ups in the game. Now, when it comes to the best dribble pull-ups in NBA 2K26 for guards, in my opinion, it's only a couple that you really need to worry about. But the one I've been actually using, shout out to the comments. I don't know if that was the best animation video, but I was testing these and I really was I was thinking of it more so as like a last year's idea, but Pro is actually the best dribble pull-up in the game. Whether you're talking about swings, guards, you can't get it on bigs, it's the best one, in my opinion. Going left, going right, is so good. And ever since they put that going left and going right, it can throw off your rhythm, but that's the best one. Pro 2 is still good. Normal 2 and normal are washed. Straight washed. It's not good anymore. You can use Devin Booker on guard, so if you like Devin Booker, you can use that. Gary Harris is actually a very underrated one, I would say. Chris Paul is good again this year. Cam Thomas is good again this year. Curry is even actually usable. But the one I would personally recommend the most for guards is definitely Pro. Next is the spin jumper. Now, me personally, I'm going to always have that nostalgia, that Pro spin jumper, because I'm not really a spammer. But man, I've been seeing, like I said, man, there's so many different ways to play this game. I'm seeing people spam the Kyrie spin jumper. I seen a montage of it, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that joint looking real glitchy and unguardable. I seen somebody pull up on Aiden using it. Yeah, that Kyrie spin jumper is actually filthy. Filthy. So if you really a shot creator, really doing it, Kyrie is the one. Kyrie is the one. Now, the requirement for it is pretty high. I won't lie. But all in all, Kyrie is the best. I don't know if it's the best because that Pro is filthy. That Pro is still filthy. But that Kyrie is smooth, bro. And you can use it to grab and shoot. That's what I really like about it, about the clips I be seeing. So, I would say Kyrie is the best, but Pro it's always got the sweet spot for me. Next, we got the hop jumpers. Now, when it comes, I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna keep it as a beam, man. 2K needs to combine the step back, the moving step back, and the hop jumper together. I'm gonna keep it so honest. There's no reason for the separation here. Actually, no reason. Actually, no reason for it. But with that being said, the best hop jumpers in the game, in my opinion, Trae Young is. I'm a Trae Young guy. They took out. I think it used to be called normal 19. Man, I don't know how I forget that. It gotta be normal 19. That's what come to mind. But that used to have everything. It had the double step back, the pull the ball behind your back. I don't even know if the Trae Young. Yeah, it does. It just showed it. But it's the closest thing to having all that in one hop jumper in the game. So Trae Young, is my opinion, is the best. But when it comes to doing everything off of, it's other ones that you probably going to use. Jordan Poole is solid. Malik Monk is actually pretty solid. Allen Iverson is just really different. You could use this as well for the spin jumper. But, man, I'm going to be real. I ain't going to lie. De'Aaron Fox is actually pretty good, too. De'Aaron Fox is actually really good. But I'm going to be real. That Trae Young is the one for me, personally. All right, so, best dribble style for guards. I'm going to be real. Now, this one is actually interesting because I think the race between Ja and De'Aaron Fox is actually close. The separator, in my opinion, I think Fox is actually faster, personally. But is it worth going 90 speed with ball? From what I've seen so far, if you can do it with I'm going to be honest, cat burgers on this game can be kind of wild and inconsistent. I'm going to do a build video on that very soon, so just stay tuned. But De'Aaron Fox, I don't really think it's personally worth it unless you're going to do cat breakers. If you do it within the builder, you go 90 speed of ball, you're going to have 90 speed. At that point, you might as well go 91 so you can have Hall of Fame. But I don't think Hall of Fame really worth it, to be real. So I say, personally, Ja Morant got to take the cake because it's the best bang for your buck. But right after it, I would go De'Aaron Fox. If you can get De'Aaron Fox, put on De'Aaron Fox. If you're not, Ja Morant. Best dribble style in the game. Next is the signature size up. In my opinion, the best signature size up for guards right now is Trae Young. I don't believe Steve Francis is in the game. If Steve Francis is not even remotely an option, what are we talking about? It is 100% Trae Young. Next is the breakdown combos. In my opinion, the best breakdown combos. You could throw Jordan Poole in this conversation, But I would probably say Ray for Austin. I've been messing with Ray for Austin ever since they introduced it into the game when it was aggressive and regulars. But if you know, it's pretty much just the aggressive. It's no longer the regular. So you're not going to get the crazy animation. But the aggressive one was always pretty good too. Trae Young is solid. Jordan Poole is still pretty good. And yeah, those are the ones I probably would recommend the most for guards. Next is the escape moves. Now you got the triple header with Trae Young, Kemba Walker, and Stephen Curry. It really comes down to how you want to play. I'm gonna be honest. I personally think Kemba got the best one in the game this year. But Curry got his uses. Trae got his uses. If you a crab boy, I'm gonna be honest. Curry might got it. I don't know. If you a combo, I would probably say Kemba. I don't know though. I'm gonna be honest. I think I just like Kemba the most because it's fastest. And you can just do more with it in my opinion. But Trae Young is very good. Curry is very good again this year. And it's cheapest. It's the cheapest. It's only 89 ball handle. The other two you need 92. But if you're a guard, you're probably gonna get around 92 anyway. But yeah, that's what I would say about the escape moves personally. Next is the combo moves. Now for the combo moves, I will be honest. Not Zach LaVine. Damian Lillard, Kyrie Irving are the two best ones in the game, in my opinion. Now, I'd probably say Kyrie Irving got the best one because if I'm being real, both have the same level of speed boost out of whatever you're going to do with it. Dame has a ridiculous double crossover, and if you go the other way, do the other one, it is extremely good too. So it's really up to you which one you rather. Kyrie does have like one that's like a start real slow, but I think it's really good because it changes, like, I guess, speed so fast that it kind of does catch people off guard. So I probably would say Dame because it is more practical, but they both pretty good in my opinion. Next is the crossovers. Now for the crossovers, I'm gonna be honest, for guards you got a lot to really talk about. The Dame is pretty good. The Trae is pretty good. Poole, I think, might be the best one in the entire game. Jamal Murray is actually not that bad. Kyrie is actually pretty solid again this year. Poole might be the best one. You can get this on guards. You can get this on swings. Poole might be the best one. Dame is pretty good too. I'm not going to lie. It's either Poole or Dame for me. I'd probably say for guards, Dame, because that's the only... But Poole is cheaper. So, I don't know. That really comes down to how you feel. I don't think this is the same thing as dribble styles. Dribble styles, you kind of are going to worry about which one is cheaper, the best and cheapest. I think they're about the same, so I'll probably say Poole is the best one because you get the bang for your buck, only 80, and this one is 90, and you only can get on guard, but yeah. All right, next we got the best behind the back in NBA 2K26 for guards. Now, I'm going to be honest, this is pretty tough because you got the Curry with the Curry slide. That's really good. You can spam it on this game. The moving behind the back is pretty solid too. If you want to do the explosive behind the back to get to the rim, whatever, I don't know. It's pretty solid, okay. DeMar DeRozan, in my opinion, might be the best one. You can do so much with it. The moving behind the back is really, really good. I would probably say it's better than Curry. Trae Young, you get the little Trae Young thing that everybody love. The explosive behind the back might be the best out of those three that we just talked about. But the moving behind the back, in my opinion, I don't really like it. But if you're an arcade dribbler, you probably like that. So it's up to you on that one. And then Jordan Poole, this is kind of the closest thing that we got to like the Jamal Murray from a couple of years ago. So if you do want to use that, here you go. Probably would go something like a either DeMar DeRozan, Curry. Then it would probably go like a Jordan Poole or Trae Young, in my opinion. Next is the move and spin. Now, when it comes to guards, I'm gonna be honest. This one is very interesting. Next is the best hesitation. The best hesitation in the entire game, in my opinion, is not even close. It's just Ja Morant. I kind of talked about, I'm going to talk about this in the swings a little bit more in detail because it's a little bit more debate on what's the best one, but Ja is just the best one in the game, so there's nothing to talk about here. Next is the step backs. Now, when it comes to the step backs, it's pretty simple in my opinion. You're going to go with Devin Booker, you're going to go with Jimmy Butler. Now, you got some other ones you can use. The Harden is okay. It's very popular. It's just too slow for me. Kyrie and Curry is pretty good for their own uses, but I think the Jimmy Butler and Booker, in my opinion, are the two best ones. Carter is very similar to the last two 2Ks, especially when Bronson dropped last year, but I would still say Jimmy Butler and Booker probably got the best two step backs in the game. The best triple threat style in the game. One of the most underrated things about NBA 2K every single year is triple threat style. People don't know all the stuff that goes into it. You can do so much with it. Michael Jordan has the best one in the game by far. It's not close. All right, so for the best pass style in the entire game. Now, I'm going to be real. Pass styles this year is very interesting, in my opinion, because it can make or break how your experience can go. I'm gonna be real though. The pass accuracies and the pass styles, they actually do matter this year. A lot of people trying to say they don't. They actually matter. In my opinion, the best pass styles in the game, I'm gonna do it from least to greatest in terms of the requirements. So the first tier I would probably say is none. None, it has no requirement. It don't matter what your pass style is, you can put it on no matter what build you got. Then next, I would probably have to say is De'Aaron Fox. 77 pass accuracy, and it's just that simple. It's one of the faster ones that you can get very early on. Then after that, oh, actually, I skipped one. Anthony Edwards. If you have below a 75, I guess, below a 77 De'Aaron Fox, I'll probably say Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards actually has a really solid pass style in this game. I won't lie. Then I would say De'Aaron Fox. After De'Aaron Fox, it kind of does get a little tough because you can put on the Trae Young. Trae Young is pretty cool. I would personally say Tyrese Maxey. Personally, I would say it goes Anthony Edwards, De'Aaron Fox, Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey's pass style, from what I've used so far, I haven't really used too many high pass accuracies. So it's just what it is. But Maxey been phenomenal. It's been better than LaMelo for me. But Harden is another actually solid one as well if you want to use it. And then when we get the higher echelon, for the people that want to know, Tyrese Halliburton and Devin Booker, in my opinion, are the best two. Mike Conley is good, but you need a 95 pass accuracy for it. Like, I feel like only the big men gonna do that. Like the people that were trying to get that 99 pass on their bills and stuff like that. I don't know how necessary that is to do this year, to be honest, but to each their own. I'm gonna say Devin Booker got the best pass style for realistic, but that's still a 93 pass accuracy in itself. So if we being real, I don't think a lot of people can go above 84 if they are guard, because you got to get so much other stuff on your build. So I'm gonna say Tyrese Maxey for guards, swings. You want to get a cheap pass accuracy and it's really good, Tyrese Maxey. All right, so let's hop into the best layup packages, best layups in the game for guards. Now, when it comes to the best layups in the game for guards, we gotta talk about the normal first. You got a lot to really talk about. I'm gonna be honest. Guards probably have the most variety. They have the most variety for everything. When it comes to jump shots, when it comes to dribble animations, they probably got the most for everything. And it doesn't stop here at the layups. You got Jordan Poole, you got Ja Morant, you got Tyrese Maxey, you got Kyrie Irving, you got Shea, you got LaMelo, and you got the swing and the small. The swing and the small, the cheapest ones. LaMelo pretty cheap to be real. Shea is 87, Kyrie is 85, Tyrese Maxey is 86, Ja is 87, Jordan Poole is 82. 82 for Jordan Poole is actually pretty good. LaMelo is pretty good, but I'm gonna be real. Malik Monk is confirmed. That is confirmed. Rep reward. You get it at starter 4, so that's probably gonna be one of the best. And I've seen a couple of them. It's probably gonna be the best one in the game again this year. But it was a trifecta thing in my opinion last year. Really, Ja was in there too. I just kind of sleeping on Ja as compared to the rest. I thought that was like 5th to be real, because I thought Giannis and LeBron were better. Actually 6th. I thought Giannis and LeBron were better overall in the entire game. But if we talk about just guards, it was probably 4th more so than anything. But yeah, those are the ones I'm using, and I am using Ja right now for the normal. So take that for what you will. Then next we have the layup reverses. The best layup reverses, you got the Kyrie, you got the Poole, you got the small. Now, if you want something, the simple one, just going with the reverse as fast as possible, small probably the one for you. If you want something in between, something crazy, and just going up with a simple reverse, you got the Jordan Poole. And then you got the Kyrie, where it's doing the most extra stuff possible almost every single time. And a lot of the animations are kind of slow. The Poole is actually kind of OD, because it's like you're not doing a reverse, but he just throws it up on the other side at the last second, which is actually pretty good to be real. So I'd probably say Jordan Poole is the best one of the 3, but all 3 are really good. Next we got the floaters. Now for the floaters, I'm gonna be real. These are really good, but I don't know if any of them are on the same level of Bam and Sabonis, but they do have some really good ones. You got the Jason Williams again, you got the Ja Morant, you got the Tyrese Maxey, you got the Kyrie Irving, you got the Stephen Curry, you got the swing. Now the one I am using is actually Curry. Curry is the closest thing I would say to those. Ja is actually really good too, I'm not gonna lie, but it's not as good in my opinion as the Steph. The Kyrie, the Maxey's okay. I put on Steph because I feel like it's the fastest one at getting it off. So like it takes the least time. It does the least in its animation in terms of going to it. So I like the Curry the most. But all these other ones that you see starred are really good for smalls. Some even good for swings, but more so this is strictly for guards. Next we got the quick scoops. Now this is a guard animation in general. All of these are really good. You got the small, which is probably the one I would probably recommend least for the scoops, because it doesn't really do anything but just go straight to the rim, but it scoops it a little bit. De'Aaron Fox is really good, but it does the same thing as small, but it's faster. And that's really why I would even put it on here. It's pretty much a faster default small. Then you have Ja Morant. Ja Morant is really good this year. It's pretty similar to these two, but instead of scooping it around and scooping it out, it really scoops it around defenders, which it really doesn't seem like it would be good, but in game it actually is very, very good because of that, because it gets you literally around defenders. Then you got the Ja Morant, or not Ja Morant, but the Jamal Murray. That's really probably the best scoop layup package in the game because it actually scoops it out. And it's really the best at doing that. So if you really want to scoop it out, that's really good. And then you got the Curry, which is really good. Similar to what the Ja does, but it also does have some floater animations, and it also does have some scoop to the out. So Curry is really good. I would probably say Jamal Murray, Ja are the three ones I probably recommend the most. But it is up to you at the end of the day. Next, we got the Euros. You got the Jason Williams that does like the Rondo white chocolate move. But it is slow in my opinion. Then you got the Jordan Poole, which is probably the best one in the entire game. This joint is stupid. And then you got the Shea that does like a Euro, but he goes to a scoop, which is really cool. So yeah, I really do like that. But yeah, those are the three I personally recommend the most for the Euro steps for the guards. Next, we got the hop steps for guards. We got the Jordan Poole, which is probably the best one. The Shea, the Curry, which is actually probably the best one. Then you got the LaMelo, that's really, really good and going straight to the rim. You got Small, that's actually really good. Shea is really good as well, but I would probably say it's really between Curry and Jordan Poole for me, and I would probably say Curry is the one I personally like the most when it comes to the guards. And then we have the default spins, or the spins. You got the default small, the Jordan Poole, the Ja Morant, the Shea. Now, the Shea is actually good, but like I was saying, I think I mentioned this on the swings, or I am going to mention this on the swings. You have these two layup packages that's really good, but they really are just spin layups in terms of in the air. So it's like 360s. So what are these actually useful for? So say for instance, you're going up with a layup and somebody comes to guard you and you're going to get a contested animation. This is going to give you an animation where you spin off the defender mid-air to get an open layup. That's the only real use of these two. So the thing about Jordan Poole, what makes it kind of stupid is this has animations where you spin and do reverse layup animations. Like, I would probably say out of the two, I'd probably say Jordan Poole, the spins is better in the Jordan Poole if you want to do the 360 layups, because it's so much more versatility and awkward animations for if you are getting contested and stuff like that. So I think the Jordan Poole one is good. Now the only thing I say is when you actually do the spin layups, it actually does give you spin layups. So everything that you see here is kind of more so random, but it is nice to be able to do that. And then you got the default small that really just actually does spin layups. It does do the little extra stuff at the end, but if you want to do double clutches, that is going to be nice to have. And then you have the Shea that really is like just a straight spin straight to the rim, getting you a good animation pretty much every single time. So it does come down to how you want to play and what you want, but those are the best layup spins for guards in NBA 2K26. Alright, so let's hop into it. When it comes to the regular dunks that everybody can get, let's just go over that. First things first, I'm gonna be honest though, I'm not really putting on any of these this year. Now, city dunks, that's a different thing. I'm gonna be honest though, the way this game is looking, I'm probably gonna only put that on a little bit later. Right now, we still in the first week for the most part in my eyes. So I'm gonna probably hold fast on these. But me personally, quick drops off one. It's not locked behind a rep reward this year. So that's tough. You know what I'm saying? Another one that was really good last year hangs off one if you have lower rated. This is even lower this year. You only need a 55 with a 35 instead of, I think it was like a 65 and a 40, something like that. But yeah, this is really good, and you can get it even cheaper this year. So if you have go lower dunk rating, maybe you get your dunk rating up with cap breakers somehow. You know what I'm saying? Because it's very easy to do that this year as well. There you go. That's a very good dunk package in the game. Now, come to standing dunks. It don't even matter if I get the higher echelon. 2 hands for safety, 40 standing dunk. That's all I need. Simple as that. Now, one thing I say about standing dunks, if you are a guard, again, you don't get these. This not the dunk I'm talking about, but you do not get these. But yeah, 2 hands for safety. Now, when it comes to alley-oops, thought I was finna talk about content. No, sir. Alley-oops, they actually added some new animations here, but I just go with the elite Derrick Jones. If you're big, you're always going to want that pro. That pro is going to be so very essential for you. But when it comes to the rest of these, Elite, Derrick Jones, Zion, those are the only ones I really get. The big man, I think y'all get these. I think the guards get Malik Monk. Yeah, so Malik Monk is a guard. Zion, I think is, yeah, bigs and swings. Derrick Jones Jr. is just swings. Giannis, Aaron Gordon, Anthony Davis are all bigs. It makes sense that bigs have more animations than others because bigs are more likely to catch a lob than, I guess, guards and wings. But yeah, it don't really matter outside of pro. Pro is really more so a big man. Everything else is just really extra. You don't even have to put those on. Now, when it comes to the contact dunks, this is what I'll say. Contact dunks on this game, very interesting. Very, very interesting. I'll say they're easy if you have really, really high posterizers. But if you really want the nastiest ones, I would just put on the nastiest ones. I think on this game, you can get those off very easily, very consistently. But when it comes to getting more contact dunks more frequently, because I'm going to be honest, one thing I will say, when it comes to dunk meter on this game, especially when I talk about the dunk package I'm going to go over, dunk meter actually is a lot bigger on non-contact dunks in more scenarios. So that's one thing I'll say. So if you want to have a big green window on pretty much every single time you drive, a fun fact might be just take off contact dunks. So, and that could be even more of a consistent dunk. So if you really want to go nasty with it and go real cheesy, you could just throw in quick drops off one and not put on anything else. But I'm gonna be honest, there's a dunk package I'm gonna go over. And yes, they added a lot of new dunks in these contact dunks, by the way. But yeah. Now, when it comes to the best dunk packages in the game for guards. Best dunk packages in the game for guards, I'm going to be real. Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson is the starter dunk package for me. You can put on the Klay Thompson, put on the athletic hangs off one, you're chilling. You're chilling. Oh, actually, I was kind of capping. It's athletic hangs off one, not hangs off one. But I digress. Klay Thompson, you're chilling. Now, that next level is Malik Monk. Malik Monk is that next level. You only need an 80 and a 70. They actually added some new animations within this. But yeah, Malik Monk is that next level. Then after that, you got the Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook is amazing. Is it the best dunk package in the game this year? It's very good. If you look at it compared to everything else, it is the fastest dunk package. It doesn't dunk from the furthest anymore, but it is probably the fastest dunk package in the entire game. But again, like I said, it's not the best. But when it comes to guards, those are the three best dunk packages I would probably recommend based off the level of dunking rating that you probably have on your build. Alright, and next we got the best. Alright, so now we got the best motion styles in the game for guards. Now when it comes to the best motion styles in the game for guards, it does come down to what your build can get. Because you do have the requirements of the agility and the speed. Now, the best ones in the game really comes down to really how you really want to play, I would say. Because some are faster on offense and some are faster on defense. But I'm going to say Caruso, in my opinion, is the best one and the most balanced. But you need an 84 agility and 72 speed. Some other good ones that are really good is the Ja Morant and the Donovan Mitchell. Well, look at it. You need an 85 speed and 80 agility. Now, that's not going to be that hard to get. I'm going to be real if you're a guard, because you need 80. You're going to probably get 86 speed regardless on your build, because you get the 86 speed ball. That's going to be linked. And the 80 agility is kind of mandatory, I would say. Ja, you need 85 agility and 85 speed, but this is arguably one of the best ones in the game. Suggs is very good again for the guards. It's very good for swings as well. Marcus Smart is actually really good defensively, but it's not as good offensively, but it is very good as well. And then when it comes to Lou Dort, that is the last one I personally would recommend. You need 82 agility and 69 speed. I believe this is actually the cheapest requirement out of all of them. I guess Mitch you could argue, because you pretty much gonna have speed regardless on your guard because of the speed ball this year. So that's just what it is. But Lou Dort is actually pretty cheap. I guess if we just talking about the agility though, that's probably is the cheapest one. So yeah, those are the motion styles I personally recommend the most for guards, and those are the best motion styles in the game for guards. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. If y'all do want more videos like this, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. All that stuff will help the algorithm. I really would appreciate it if you help me get an algorithm. Make sure you got the notifications on to be the first to all the videos, so that when you are subscribed, you actually know that I did drop a video. Make sure you got the notifications on. Make sure you share this video to anybody that will help or enjoy. Without further ado though, man, no more talking. It's your boy Fitz. I'm out there, man. Now, I've been letting y'all off for a little while. 90%. Let me say it again. 90% of y'all art even subscribed. Now, I've been doing this for a little while now. Y'all, I know y'all mess with the content at this point. So subscribe. Subscribe. It's that simple. If you buying anything on Fortnite, Epic Games Store, use code YaboiFitz. I don't know why I ain't been had this, but yeah.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!